JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, man arrested following ganja bust in Santa Cruz. A man is in custody following a ganja bust on the Santa Cruz Main Road in St. Elizabeth on Tuesday morning. The police were conducting operations when they signaled the driver of a Toyota wished to stop. Ganja weighing 850 pounds, with a street value of more than $3 million, was allegedly found inside the vehicle. The driver is to be questioned. First state witness says he knew police had case against him before he volunteered to testify. The prosecution's first witness in the One Don gang trial on Tuesday morning told the court that he knew the police had a case against him before he volunteered to give evidence against the criminal enterprise. The former member said he came to that conclusion after the police arrested several members of the gang, released some, but kept him in the batch that was detained. The witness, during cross-examination, said he and other alleged members of the gang had suspected that one of their own had been talking to the police. He also said he believed someone from the gang was supplying the police with information based on how the operation was carried out because not many people knew who he was and where he lived. According to him, his neighbors knew him as a businessman. The witness previously testified that he wanted to separate himself from the gang after he heard them plotting to kill a member of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch, CTOC. He also testified that his reason for giving evidence was to help Jamaica. The prosecution's first witness in the One Don gang trial returned to the stand on Tuesday, 2 weeks after he completed his testimony. The former gang member, who said he was the driver for the gang and handled its financial transactions, is being cross-examined by attorney Denise Inson. Ms. Inson was assigned as the attorney to defendant Brian Morris 8 days ago. Rains trigger chaos and road damage in the West. The National Works Agency has begun to assess the damage to the road network in western Jamaica after sustained heavy rainfall lashed that section of the island between Sunday afternoon and yesterday morning, triggering widespread flooding and damage to infrastructure. Several roads in St. James, Hanover and Westmoreland, including some which were recently rehabilitated, were rendered impassable, either because of a buildup of debris or as a result of the road surface being eroded by floodwaters, which also damaged homes and farms in several communities. Montego Bay Mayor Leroy Williams was thankful that the St. James Municipal Corporation did not have to activate any of its emergency shelters despite some homes being inundated. We have a crew down in the Unity Hall area, which has been badly affected in terms of debris on the roadway, and we have dispatched heavy equipment to King Street area, which has been affected by a land slippage, Williams said yesterday. We are monitoring the situation, and we are prepared to take whatever action we deem necessary. By yesterday evening, the block sections of the Unity Hall and Adelphi Main Road were cleared, but were cleared by NAA work crews, while single-lane access was restored to the Cashel Roadway in Hanover up to yesterday evening. The north and south gullies, the hub of Montego Bay's drainage system, were also near capacity as a result of the volume of water coming down from the Salt Spring, Green Pond, and Cornwall Courts communities. In the early hours of the morning, floodwaters prevented commuters from accessing areas such as William, Princess, Union Creek, and Upper Orange Streets, where water rose as high as 5 feet in some sections. Several other heavily used roadways in and around St. James, including Lilliput to the Sancton International Airport thoroughfare, the Portobello to Orange Road, the St. Irwin Main Road in the vicinity of the Fesco service station, were either impassable or reduced to single lanes. The worst affected were the Guava Walk and Unity Hall main roads, where large sections of the asphalt were peeled away, leaving large craters. Several National Water Commission pipelines were also damaged. Many workers and school children were not able to leave their communities, and those who ventured out were stuck in traffic snarls as motorists slowly navigated water-filled craters. Attorney Don Foote loses appeal against disbarment. The Court of Appeal has upheld the decision of the General Legal Counsel, GLC, that Attorney-at-Law Don Foote be struck from the list of lawyers authorized to practice in Jamaica. In December 2019, the GLC found Foote guilty of professional misconduct and ordered that he be disbarred. Foote disagreed and took the matter to the appeal court on several grounds, contending that the GLC acted with irregularity in the conduct of the proceedings before ordering his disbarment. The attorney said he will immediately take the matter to the United Kingdom-based Privy Council, Jamaica's final appellate court. There's a concerted effort to take away my license, Foote said. He also said he cannot get a fair hearing in Jamaica because of his views and the position he takes. We have a poor sense of justice in Jamaica, he said. The disbarment arose from a complaint by a client that Foote underreported by $7 million the amount she was awarded following a lawsuit filed in the Supreme Court against the dentist. The client had testified before the 3-member disciplinary panel of the JLC that Foote informed her that the award was $16 million. She said Foote deducted his fees from that amount. However, the woman said a friend encouraged her to make checks, and she then discovered that the amount was $23 million. She said following the discovery, she was paid the balance minus $2.3 million in legal fees. Foote had denied underreporting the settlement to the client. He maintained that she executed the document before Justice of the Peace for the release and discharge of the money, indicating that she knew about the $23 million settlement by an insurance company. Foote said the discrepancy was the $7 million, which was deducted as legal costs and expenses, which the client agreed to. He said the settlement was in relation to a tooth extraction, and he had to send her several times abroad for treatment at his own expense. He said he had to pay hotel fees and medical bills in the USA. Troy's death trap. With a hardy bucket attached, a makeshift zipline transfers goods and people precariously over a yawning river in Troy, a rural district bordering northwestern Manchester and South Trelawney. It's not for leisure. That's a daily dance with danger ordinary residents engage in, risking their lives after a key bridge collapsed along the Troy-Oxford main road. The crumbling of the bridge more than 2 months ago was the exclamatory end to disintegration over a decade, residents say. Now the gaping chasm is now viewed as a death trap. Trelawney resident O'Brien Campbell, who offers the delivery service in the area, could be seen with his colleagues ziplining empty gas cylinders across the river, having distributed cooking gas to various households earlier. He said that his job has not only become more difficult, but also dangerous. The edge of the bridge always is a break off, so you can't come out too much on the edge when we're taking off the items, because it will break off with us. Basically, it's a death trap right now, said Campbell. We have to use one bike, transfer the goods on this side. Then we have to go across and use the crate attached to the zipline and pull them across. It's hard, but we have to help out the customers. Built in 1869, the bridge has been used by thousands of persons crisscrossing Trelawney, Manchester and St. Elizabeth, seeking a shorter trip compared to some alternative routes, which are as much as 60 miles longer. But the structure, according to residents, has done its time. There's no mixed material, a pure loose stuff, no air no night. So this a bridge I do over time. They did some little patching one time because the same column did a dig out and then box it up with plywood and cast it, Raymond Powell said. But through the river get deeper, the footing a give way and the bridge have to give way. Powell said that Chinese engineers have since visited the area, but residents have received no information on the plans going forward. In last week Tuesday's State of the Constituency debate, Manchester North Western Member of Parliament Michael Phillips indicated that the project could take years to complete. I was hoping that would have gotten the same response as the member from East Road St. Andrew, said Phillips, referring to Juliet Holness, wife of Prime Minister Andrew Holness. But they're giving us a timeline that with this bridge, it's going to take 6 months for geological work, then 6 months for design, and then hopefully can meet the budget. This delay, he indicated, could cost lives in the interim. Manager of Communications and Customer Service at the NWA, Stephen Shaw, maintained that no timeline could be given for the completion of ongoing surveys by engineers as they mull viable technical solutions. They are looking at coming up with an appropriate design for that location. It is in progress, and I can't tell you how long that will take. I don't have a schedule in front of me, so I can't give you a schedule, Shaw said. Those who have the greatest concerns are farmers, as well as teachers and students of the Troy High School who have lost access. It costs an extra 5 gallons of gas to travel back up into Manchester through Norway just to come to Oxford. Teachers have to park them cars over there to walk through the river to go up to Troy High. And if the river lift up, them stand up on this side looking at them car and them can't cross, said Powell. Having seen previous flooding incidents in the area, Chairman of the Trelawney Municipal Corporation, Colin Gager, said he is hoping that the bridge redevelopment projects will include river training works. If you go to certain parts, you'll see that the river is eating away and coming over in some parts of the road. All the banking up the road is being eroded, and we have to watch that so that there is no flooding spilling over into Townshend, said Gager, who is mayor. Farmers in the area lament that the dislocation has had severe economic consequences, causing transportation costs to double on longer routes in moving produce and equipment. 6 additional COVID-19 deaths 42 new cases reported. The Ministry of Health and Wellness reported 42 new COVID-19 cases and 6 additional deaths on Monday, November 8, bringing the local infection total to 89,788 and the virus death toll to 2,293. The deaths occurred between August 8 and November 7, 2021. The new cases comprise 22 males and 20 females with ages ranging from 24 days to 108 years. The cases were recorded in Clarendon 4, Kingston and St. Andrew 16, Manchester 1, Portland 1, St. Catherine 11, St. Elizabeth 1, St. Mary 1, St. Thomas 5, Trelawney 1, and Westmoreland 1. The deceased are an 82-year-old male, an 80-year-old male, a 76-year-old female, and a 65-year-old female from St. James, a 75-year-old male from St. Catherine, and a 53-year-old female from St. Thomas. In the meantime, 155 more people recovered in the last 24 hours, bringing total recoveries to 59,473. Currently, 242 people are hospitalized, 11 of which are critically ill, while 24 are severely ill and 30 are moderately ill. In JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.